Hey y'all, Tammy Roberts here, owner and educator of Lady Styles EDU. All right, y'all. So it's been a minute. I've been wanting to talk about this topic for a while now, and just been sidetracked or whatever. But I was like, listen, it's time to talk about it. Now, I do want to say that this is going to be my reason. I'm giving you my reason for why I became a natural hair beauty professional, okay? Now, I've been doing hair since a teenager. And even at that time, I was comfortable with doing all hair types, okay? It didn't matter if you were straight, relaxed, natural. It didn't matter if your hair was coarse, curly, or whatever. I took it on, and I felt like I could do whatever style you asked me to do pretty much, But I know my limits, too. All right, so if you've been paying attention to, like, maybe it came across your feed or whatever, but in our industry, there's been the topic of the divide, the lack of knowledge for the natural hair textures in schools, okay, in the cosmetology schools. So, and it's true, because when I was in school and even now, like today, they are still learning how to do services on straighter hair mannequins. All right, and even if they do have like mannequins with textured hair, it still doesn't give the full range of all hair types, okay? Because if you're going to be doing a relaxer, let's just say a virgin relaxer, you're not putting a virgin relaxer on hair that's already straight, okay? And when you get in a salon, reality is going to hit, okay? So if you are a stylist who's used to working with straight hair, once you get that client to sit in your chair who has a totally different hair type, they're on a whole nother spectrum, you're going to find yourself running into a situation, okay? Especially with the relaxer, you're going to be over processing 9 times out of 10 because you learn how to get around a whole head of hair with straight hair, okay? Not curlier, kinkier hair. So yeah, it's going to be a challenge, okay? And I feel like in the schools, they got to understand, they try to teach you, oh, all hair is the same. Maybe made up of the same, keratin and, fibers or whatever. But as far as the curl pattern, the texture itself, it's not the same. And if it was the same, then everyone would be comfortable with, once someone sits in their chair, they're just going to be like, oh, okay, I can work with their hair type. What do you need done? But that's not the case, right? And that's on both ends for, anyone. If you're black, white, Hispanic, and I've heard certain things that were said to, clients, like they'll go places and they are more, they're encouraged to get a relaxer because that stylist felt like their hair was too unmanageable. What does that mean? Okay, if you can't work with that hair type, stop saying that you do natural hair until you can get properly educated to be able to work with that hair type, okay? Because you can't have someone sit in your chair and then you trying to alter their hair to make you feel comfortable. That's not what this is, all right? And I feel a certain kind of way about it, all right? Because, yeah, I'm very passionate about natural hair. I love that women are taking on their natural hair. They're bringing it back to say, I'm in my comfort zone. I'm being me. This is who I am. I'm representing myself, and it's beautiful, okay? So in the cosmetology schools, we need to start bringing in these mannequins so that we can get a more realistic, version of what we're going to be facing in the salons. I mean, that's what it has to be. Everybody's hair is not straight and silky. That's reality, okay? And the thing is, like, if that's not good enough, we need to start bringing in programs, stylists who are properly educated, who can bring these like classes into the schools and say, okay, listen, because there is a section, well, more than just a section, but there are chapters in the book that go over natural hairstyles, hair care, all of that. It is in the book. It's just not being properly taught in the school. And it's also falling back on the instructors, because if the instructors aren't knowledgeable in natural hair, then how are they going to really be able to teach that to the students? So I'm just saying, as a natural hair beauty professional and educator, yes, we have to start making changes. And I was once told, Tim, you need to work with all hair types. You should work with this person's hair and that person's hair. And really, the way I felt, it was coming from more so a money perspective. You could bring more money in, and it's like, okay, that's fine and all, but at the same time, and I might rub some people the wrong way saying this, but there's certain people who they got enough stylists, okay? Like for our women of color who want to wear their hair natural, right? We need to have properly educated stylists out here who know how to work with their hair type. And that's what I chose to do. I said, I want to be a natural hairstylist and be able to care for and manage and do the styles that my clients come in and say they want. They show me a photo or a picture they seen from online, and I can do it. If I can't do it, I let them know that I can't and send them to who I know can. All right. But for the most part, I'm able to execute what they want. And that's what it needs to be. Like, stylists need to start becoming more educated on how to properly manage natural hair types, all different types of hair. Okay, so I want to hear your feedback, your comments on how you feel about this, your appreciation for your natural stylist, all that. Shout out to all the natural hairstylists that's out there. If you are a licensed cosmetologist who decided to work with natural hair textures, awesome. Thumbs up, because that's another thing. It's like we just open the door to so much more. Okay, so your client can come and sit down with you and know that they can not only get their hair styled and cared for, they can get color, and cutting too. That's another thing. A lot of stylists aren't comfortable with cutting natural hair with curlier hair types. So that just needs to be taught now. We have to be more educated, all stylists, not just a select few of us. Also, there's a lot of stylists coming from their home, from the kitchen or bathroom to the salon. Y'all, I welcome you all to the industry, but I do encourage you to get properly educated. If you don't want to go to cosmetology school, I get it, I understand it, but at least make sure you take classes, all the classes that you're able to, when you know that they are in your area, or now, virtually. There are plenty of stylists that's giving classes, including myself. All right, and I'll be pushing that more so as well. That is my passion. It has been my passion to teach, and I've been doing hair, but now it's definitely bigger than me. It can't just stop with me behind my chair. I have to get from behind the chair and teach y'all how to fish. All right, so yes, that's my story, why I became a natural hair beauty professional, and I'm sticking with it. All right, so I'm gonna keep on educating y'all, and just stay tuned, and I'll be bringing on some more people who want to just have a voice, and I also want to give a platform to people who are trying to build their business, and just serve the community. All right, so y'all have a good one, take care, and live in your purpose.